And like that, we should be live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. It is good to have you with us on this wonderful Tuesday evening. I hope you're having a good day, good start to your week, all that good stuff. Today, there isn't really much of a plan. We finished Uncharted last week, but I'm about to go away for a week, so there won't be any streams. So I didn't want to start something and then leave it for like a week and a bit to figure something out, and like, so I was just like, I can't be bothered to start something new. Plus, when I get back, there are a lot of new things starting to roll out in October. So again, kind of wanted to leave things open for that. So yeah, figured we do a tea with Tom today and just kind of carry on and see what we can do. I have had the idea of doing some tier lists, possibly. I figured that could be fun. We didn't do that. We've done an iceberg, so it's time to do a tier list and see how things go. But let us jump into chat and see who's going to be keeping us company today. Zekron, hello. Let's have some tea indeed. Steffi, hello. Akira, Johnny, good to have you. Akira, did you do your Saturday plans? I did. It was great. The Sonic Symphony was fantastic. Better than I could have ever expected. It was an absolute riot. I will happily talk more about that in a bit, but let's continue saying hello. Captain Sight, hello. The Tea Potato. What a perfect potato to join us today. Thank you so much for joining us, friend. It's great to have you. Ellie, Vanessa, hello. Steffi can't stay long and she is sad. Vanessa can't stay long and she is also sad. This is very sad for everybody. Oh, knuckle crack. Apologies. Zuzu loves, hello. Ghostly Calamity, hi, I will be on later if I got headphones, so can't covertly watch while I eat. No worries. Kitty Meow, hello as well. Good to have you. We will see you later. Ghostly. Oh, yeah, no, Sonic Symphony over the weekend was fantastic. The biggest group of, like, nerddom mixed with symphony nerds. It was very, very odd. You had people dressed up in to, like, go to the symphony, and then people dressed up in Sonic costumes. It was a wild, wild ride. I did see Sonic. There was a guy in a Sonic costume that was there, so that was fun. But yeah, absolutely incredible. Like, hearing all the orchestral versions of music felt so sophisticated and fun. And then they did an interval. And after the interval, a rock band got on stage and they sang all of the songs from, like, Crush 40 and the intros of Sonic songs, which was just with a full orchestra backing. It was just weird, but awesome at the same time. Hello, Dylan and Nabil. Great to have you both. All potatoes are perfect. I mean, we should do a potato tier list. There is definitely a tier. Like, I have a personal tier list of what potatoes are best potatoes. Little Red Lowrider, hello. And Lords, hello again. Good to have you both. Thanks so much for tuning in. So many nerds, it was incredible. It was quite incredible. But yeah, they did all the rock songs from, like, old Sonic games like Live and Learn and Open Your Heart, Fist Bump, Sonic Colors. I forget what that song's called, the Sonic Colors one, but yeah, all of these Endless Possibilities from Sonic Unleashed, just all these great things. I would need the heck out if it would go Zelda Orchestra 6. See, I was gutted. The one I missed when I was, 22? Was the Pokemon Symphony. Pokemon Symphony was playing in London. I had tickets to see it, and then my ex forced me not to go. So I didn't go, and I missed it. There's a reason she's my ex. There are many reasons she's my ex, but did they do Escape? Of course they did Escape from the City. Live and Learn was the finale, because of course it had to be. But yeah, no, they did Escape from the City, and it was awesome. The entire crowd was singing their hearts out to Escape from the City. It was just awesome. Oh, that is sad. Yeah, I know. Sad. Reach for the Stars. That's the one. Thank you, Zekron. It's a tune. It was great. They also did Night of the Wind, which got the crowd singing. It was a weird one. I didn't expect the crowd to really sing for that one, but it has a very good chorus line of whoa, and just getting the audience to sing whoa. So the whole crowd is just doing that over and over again. I may not understand what's happening. I'm just happy to be there with him. Yeah, that is exactly. We're happy you're with Steffi who appreciates these things. Exactly, yeah. No, Steffi, she appreciated it, but was so confused so much of the time. It was quite amusing. Just turning to her and her face is like, Either confused by the songs, or the style, or the fact the crowd was singing along to every single word. It was hilarious fun. Let's jump into some of these tier lists, shall we? I think it's this one. Yeah. So let's just get some music going for this. Tier list I currently have it on is Kingdom Hearts character tier list. That is what I currently have on. We will jump forward and into various things, and we will have some suggestions from you guys, I'm sure, as well. But I figured it'd be fun to start with something I know relatively well. This was just one I was looking up before everything kind of started. Let me just check something quickly. Getting to see all behind the scenes stuff here. Let me just get rid of that. And we're back. It's a very devoted fandom when each song is a sing-along, yeah, basically. I'd probably also be a bit confused because I don't know Sonic very well. Oh, gosh. My cat Roxas votes Roxas as top tier. That's cool. It's a good name for a cat. Good name for a cat. Right then. Let's see if I remember characters' names. So first up on this list, we have Terra. Let me zoom in as well. Let me remember I can zoom in. I have the power. Here we go. So to start off, we've got our boy Terra. Will you choose based on your preferences, or will chat influence with our meme like chat references? We will have to see what happens. So, we've got Terra here. Terra is a bit of an angsty boy. He is... I enjoy Terra aesthetically. Aesthetically, yes, I suppose. He's fine. He is a bit of a moody boy. He does at least have some character, but he's the classic sort of guy who doesn't get what he's want and then turns evil out of jealousy. He is fine. I don't think he's a bad character. I actually think Birth by Sleep characters are... Riku and Axel are better angsty boys, though. I agree with that. Terra just kind of comes across as whiny. He's not a bad character. I think that trio is actually a good set of characters. I just don't think he's, like, the best thing. I'm going to put him... I'm going to rate by names. Terra is a silly name, but not too silly. See? Master Ericus is... He's a Deus Ex Machina. He shows up at the end of the series and just kind of goes, I'm going to solve everything because we're friends. And he's like meant to be... He is a father figure. I like that trip, but he's my least favorite of the three. I agree with that trio. Yeah, I agree. He is my least favorite of that trio. I would agree with that. Ericus, yeah, he's just kind of a bit... Is he only shows up in 2 games. And he's kind of a bit of a... Like, he does some things which you go, oh, it's meant to be mysterious and it's meant to be this, but it's just kind of that sense of like... It's just bad. Ashley Apple, hello. It feels like he's just doing things to purposely cause confusion. And it's like, if you just explained yourself, this situation wouldn't be happening. I think his backstory makes him a bit... Oh, yeah, of course, he has this freaking backstory from Dark Road. This is where this tier list is going to get a... But he is voiced by Mark Hamill. You make a valid point, Zekrom. And yes, he does have a decent backstory. We'll put him in C as well. Vanitas. Cool character. Design. In my opinion, bad character. Vanitas is just kind of there. He's just meant to be the antithesis of Ventus. He's just bad to be bad, you know? And characters that are just bad don't feel like they're the most fun. He's got a really cool design, but also he gives the worst... The explanation of Vanitas from a lore perspective is convoluted at best. Yeah, Haley Joel Osment wanted to do a bad guy voice, and it just is fine, but the explanation is kind of like, howdy, Maneezy, great to have you. Yeah, his backstory is just kind of confusing because it's like, oh, I look like Sora because when Ventus's heart was split in two, Sora's heart was the other half of Ventus's heart, and so Vanitas looks like Sora because that is what Ventus needed to be made whole again. He needed a Sora-like being to make his heart whole, whether that was Vanitas or Sora. It's kind of dumb, and so we're going D tier. It's not he's not E tier. He's not the worst, but he's D tier. Zigbar. Zigbar is fun. He is a fun or Braig, as he was originally known. He is fun. I enjoyed Birth by Sleep in his introduction, and how he, like, you know, cool dialogue style, very fun sort of villain to play against, and what a twist at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. What a twist, having him come out as someone who is big and important. Zigbar, the banter, the fight. So yeah, it's a good, solid battle. Is he A tier? Or is he B tier? I think Zigbar... I'm kind of leaning into A tier. His fights in Kingdom Hearts 2 are rough, but... I beat him on critical mode in the data fight. And actually, he was one of the easy ones to do. But I think as a character, I think he is like one of the most fun. I think he's just interesting. I do dislike how he somehow survives at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. But... straight B or low A. I agree with that. Low A, I think, is fair. We can rearrange this as we go. Oh, gosh, now I've got to remember names. Oh, gosh, what is his name? It was Zaldin? Zaldin? I forget what his actual name is when he's human, but this is Zaldin, who is an annoying Organization 13 member and barely has any character. So he, I think, is going to go in E tier. He's just kind of there to be a puppet. Then we have Vexen, which is Evan, is his real name. Dylan. Good job, Akira. Thank you. Yeah, we've then got Vexen, which is Evan. I like how crazy he is as a character. He's like, he has real mad scientist vibes, which is fun. He does kind of end up double-crossing everyone in the end, which feels... it's good, but it's confusing. I think he's more interesting than Zaldin is. Is he better than Vanitas? I don't... See, he's a little slimy. He is a little slimy, but at least I feel like I get him as a character. I think his redemption was unexpected. It was unearned, I think, is the real problem. It was unearned. But, so it's D or C. Because from a lore perspective, I think he's an unearned. I'm going to put him in D because I think he's unearned. This guy, oh, flip, I've forgotten this guy's name as well, but he is definitely E tier. Because again, so these two, funnily enough, their original lives were bodyguards for the lab, which is why they're so characterless. I think C, he's better than Vanitas. Actually, no, that's fair. But yeah, this guy, I forget his name, but he is... Lucius, that's it, I think Lucius. No, Luxord is this one. This is Luxord. Might be Lucius. But this is... Matt, yeah, he's just a nothing character. We've got... I think it was Was it Poison? Who liked Emo Guy? What was his name? Oh, flip. I've forgotten his name now. Who is he? I wish they had names attached to them. Who's Emo Boy? Someone liked Emo Boy. Hi, Sabina. Probably me, who loves. Yeah, no, he was a fun little fight. He's interesting. He plays a bit. It was Womp Zexion. Yes, thank you, Zekrom. So he's all right. He plays a bigger part in Kingdom Hearts 3 and in Melody of Memory. He plays a bigger part. But also he was like young. He was a kid when all this stuff happened, so he was kind of influenced. So I kind of give him a pass for that. He also has some like quite cool emo hair. And again, so his redemption feels like a fair and good redemption. I think he's B tier. I think he's better than some of these guys. Yeah, I don't think Terra is... Maybe Terra is B, I don't know. T tier pun, but I definitely... Absolutely not. Syax or Isa. I think he actually has some quite deep character motivations. I think he was one of the easier battles. Not one of the easier battles. I think he was actually one of the ones with a good character trait. It was him and Lee being best friends, so he felt absolutely betrayed by Lee. And we saw their friendship grow from Birth by Sleep onwards. So I think it was a fun... He was a fun character that actually had... Just because he was so motivated and aggressive. But I like that. I think it was good to have a character with actual motivations. Like, he just wanted to be whole. But he wanted to be friends with Lee. And he felt abandoned by Lee, Axel, during 358 and a half days. So he had, like, a good motivation. I also think his design's quite cool. Like, having the elf ears and the cross across the face, I think is pretty solid. Maybe, yeah. Actually, I don't... yeah, B tier. I think he's about as... he's not quite on Zigbar level. Lee, however, Axel is S tier. I will not be taking questions at this time. No, Axel is S tier. For sure. He is one of my favorite... He is one of the favorite characters. He is great fun. But yeah, he is fun. He has cool powers. He has a cool... He has cool weapons. He becomes a Keyblade wielder. It's a shame that he is underutilized, but I don't think that's his fault. He is... And he's just got a really cool design. Poison Heart. Yo! How's it going? So yeah, I think Axel is S tier. No questions asked. Sora. Got it memorized. Now, where does Sora fit in this list? Sora, you know, I actually think he's kind of meh. I think, actually, I think I would put Sora in B tier. Now, hear me out. He's kind of blech. He's fine. And like, but he's the problem is he is a classic hero and nothing more. In the sense that he's fighting for his friends. I think he deserves A tier. I've got a sore... I get sore feelings sometimes. Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora is great, Tomix. You are correct. So Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora is good. Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora and Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora I find annoying. And I just think he's a bit plain. And he keeps, like, screwing up in basic forms and basic scenarios. He's just... I feel like other characters have better motivations than he does. He's just kind of the classic hero. He must be good. And so I'm going to fight for friendship. My friends are my power. And it's just a bit like, sure, you're fine. He's a bit dim too, exactly. I think B tier is fair. We have Demyx. Demyx, again, is such a non-character. He kind of shows up. He's a bit weird for the organization. He's too chill. We don't actually know his origin yet. He could end up being better as we go. He's A tier in Smash. That's true. Yeah, Dance Water Dance is exactly that. What if he's the Master of Masters? I've seen that theory a lot. I don't think he's the Master of Masters. Because as far as we know, the Master of Masters is still around at the same time Demyx is. D for Demyx. Yeah, he's just kind of there. And he actually gets a bit annoying. Oh. Thank you, Poison Art, for the $2 super chat. Appreciate it, friend.
Sonic characters tier list.
Ah, yes, we can look at some of those as well in a bit. Luxord. There's Hydro, so I don't think that's a problem. I mean, that's a fair point. First, hard disagree. I just don't... I will say also, his data fight in Kingdom Hearts 2 is the worst. It is actually the worst. He's just kind of... Like, if Vexen is kind of nothing, Demyx is even more nothing. Luxord, I think, is a C. Because while I would normally put him on the same level as Demyx, I think Luxord, we've seen that he's going to show up in the next game as an actual character, which is interesting. But also... it annoyed me because I appreciated his ending. I think he had a cool character development moment at the end that kind of boosted him up a little bit in my estimations. I'm annoyed his wild card didn't come into any sort of thing. I imagine it's going to come into play in Kingdom Hearts 4. That's my guess, because right now it does nothing. Yeah, what was that card? Exactly. That card felt so important, and it was like, oh, it gives you a little something, and if it paid off, it'd have been cool. But I just don't think it paid off enough. Marluxia. He just wants to play cards. Marluxia. Again, so he's what? He's running Castle Oblivion. But his motivation is kind of... Really? Zekrom, S for Marluxia? He does have a good design. I will give you that. And he is a challenging fight. I don't think he's S tier. His character motivations are not there. He is pretty fabulous, but nah, he mid. Like, yeah, this is the thing. So I could see B for, like, I'll put him at B. I'm going to put him at B, Zekrom. Because I think character design is good, but that doesn't make up for character. I think both Zigbar and Axel have much stronger character designs and motivations that bring them up to that level. B tier for pretty men. That seems to be the case right now. Design yeah. Design S, personality mid. It's exactly that. I'm still shocked that Sora stays in B tier. Now, I will not be discussing this. We're moving on to Ansem. So, Ansem. What are we doing about Ansem? So, Ansem is fine. Question is Ansem better than... Like, Ansem is such a... We have Zekron's clips to proof of why. Yeah, you do. Ansem... I mean, he's a pretty good twist villain. He's a great twist villain in the first game. After the first game, he's just kind of there. Like Kingdom Hearts 3, he's just there as like a body. And he doesn't really have any motivations or feelings, but... Sorry. But that aside, he may be my least favorite. Yeah. Again, it's just kind of that darkness conquers all. Like, we accept the darkness. Darkness is all he cares about. And so it doesn't feel like a great character motivation. And I actually think others have better designs than him. So I'm going to put him... His twist ending... Yeah, he is a broken record. I think he's not E tier. I think he's a D. I think we'll put him in D tier. Because now we have Xemnas. Sorry. Who suffers the same issue. Who's basically just like, I want a heart. I feel nothing. You feel nothing. And that's kind of his thing. His design, I think, is better than Ansem's. But his character is also kind of meh. He's at least a bit more interesting than Ansem throughout Kingdom Hearts 2. When he is introduced. He's fine. Yeah, he's got a good voice. I will give him that. He just feels a bit... Xemnas is C because he wants to have a heart. Exactly. It's just this thing of like, again, like that because they are meant to be like the empty husks, they feel not as interesting. Whereas young Xehanort, now he feels interesting. He has motivation for being there. He's been given time powers. He has time travel abilities. But again, but the difference is he's also very one note actually, because he's just kind of like, I've been told to come here and that this is my destiny, so here I am to fulfill my destiny. His powers are cool, his lightsaber, his keyblade is cool. Is he above Xemnas? Feels shoehorned in. I think it is shoehorned in. But the time traveling baddie is one note. Yeah, he does go hard. I think it's been interesting, especially having with Dark Road, learning what it's like for young Xehanort. I think I'd put him in B tier. Dark Road gives a interesting insight into his life. I think, yeah, Dark Road gives him a little more to his character. And because it shows the frustrations of him as a character, which lead him to, like, go into this. But once he leaves Dark Road, he becomes very one-note. So I'm going to put him there. Master Xehanort. His character got butchered in Kingdom Hearts 3. In Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, he has a great character. Because he is talking, and he's voiced by Leonard Nimoy, which is awesome. He then gets voiced by Doc from Back to the Future. I think my issue with him is that he starts off as this well-developed character where he talks about balance and how everything works together and is interesting and like, oh, you need to have good and dark and they need to work together. And I want to recreate the Keyblade War so that, you know, I can restore balance to the world. And then 3 happens and they just destroy everything. With most characters, to be fair, Kingdom Hearts 3 destroys everything. But he just becomes, I'm evil and I want evil. Which is just a bit like, hydrate. Which just feels a bit meh. I'm going to put him in C tier. I think that he could have stuck the landing if 3 had given him justice. Diz, or Ansem the Wise. You, sir, are, like, pointless. You are the most pointless character. Hello, Alejandra. Great to have you. Evil for the sake of fitting evil character so hero can be victorious. Exactly that. Diz is kind of such a pointless character. He's there to, like... He causes the villains to be evil. He then is just there to, like, be with Riku for a bit. And then at the end, he's like, I'm gonna sacrifice myself. And then I'm not dead, actually. And that's weird and confusing. So he's E tier. He's pointless. He's there to just add a bit of twist. Exactly. Hayden. Again, the Twilight Town gang are all kind of like nothing. But Christopher Lee, I know he's a good voice actor. It's a shame he voiced a bad character. Yeah, like, what? If I move, let's move Riku over a minute. So you got Olette. I mean, Hayden does have the most character of the lot of them. Pence and Olette are kind of so uncharacterful. Hayden at least has some level of, like, motivation and drive. I'd give her D and the others E because girls are prettier, set as a bi woman myself. Yeah, Haina being Roxas's pseudo friend gives him that edge. It's exactly that. It just, like, edges him just above. They're not this bad, I don't... Are they that bad? No, they get a little bit more character. They're a little bit more interesting. They interact with Sora and stuff. I think that's better. Riku, my boy. He is absolutely above Sora. Is he S tier? Is Riku S tier? I think he has the best character arc. For sure. He goes from villain to hero to master. And has all this growth and is like, I'm going to save Aqua. I become a Keyblade Master. I'm going to save Sora. I'm going to teach people how to do this. Yeah. I think he needs to, Riku is S tier. I think that's fair. I guess this is meant to be Master of Masters. Master of Masters is interesting. Master of Masters is interesting. Riku, my boy, they replaced Kibe with a car key and gained the best character arc, but the key that key in 3, yeah, the key in 3 is awful for Riku. Agreed. It's a shame, but alas. Now, Master of Masters is interesting. I really like him, and the fact that we don't know who he is adds a real air of mystery. Like, theories are out there that Master of Masters is actually Demyx. Some people think it's Sora. I think it is fascinating. He's not done enough for me. Not enough info for me, just a cliffhanger mystery. See, that's interesting because I hold it the other way. I'm a theorist, so I guess that makes sense. But the fact that he's so mysterious, but he's got such a quirky personality. And, like, the test he's doing on... So, the Master of Masters is from Kingdom Hearts Chi, where he basically gives a book of prophecies, because his eye is in Xehanort's, or Xemnas' Keyblade. Or not Xemnas, Xehanort's Keyblade. So he can see the future wherever his Keyblade goes. And he basically gives a book of prophecies to all of his students. And all of his students have slightly different copies. And he does it to basically see how they react and like what happens. So he causes the events of Kingdom Hearts to occur by sowing discourse. All for some means that we don't know yet. But he showed back up in the trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4. But Luxord is the taxi driver, Akira. We see Luxord as the taxi driver when Sora's in a taxi. I mean, it still could be him, to be fair, but feels weird. I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. I want to put him as A because his mystery, I think his character's really fun and quirky. We don't know what his motivations are, but in a way that feels fun and mysterious. And just the general mystery around who he is, I think is strong. Now we're getting into characters I know less about. So I'm going to move some of these up to characters I do know about. Because these people are weird and dumb and annoying. So let us start with Roxas. Roxas! Yeah, pray they don't mess up the landing. I agree with that. Roxas is my boy. I have a very biased opinion. He's not S tier. I'll grant he's not S tier. But Roxas is my boy. First Keyblade wielder to have 2 Keyblades, which is really fun. I think his character motivations, people call him whiny angsty, but I think his crisis of confidence actually makes a lot of sense. I think he is interesting from that perspective. And he basically gives up who he is. I think Roxas, the fact that he gives up who he is for the sake of good is a real hero sacrifice. He essentially dies to do what he believes is the right thing, which is bring Sora back. And I understood his pain and his angst when it's like, you're not real and you don't belong to yourself, and like that crisis, I think is really relatable and powerful. No, it's Fable Rain. Appreciate you, friend. Naminé. She's kind of meh. Naminé's kind of meh. She has some cool powers. And her story with Sora in Chain of Memories is interesting, but then she kind of doesn't do anything. She's there as an expo dump for Roxas. And then she kind of disappears. So I think I understand how, like, her powers over Sora is because she's made from Kairi's heart and Sora's body, which is why she has powers over Sora and him, and why she doesn't look exactly like Kairi is because she's made from like half Kairi, half Sora. I feel like the writers let her down, to be honest. I would agree. I think she just, like, she has a good introduction, but then just kind of ends up meh. Sadly. I always thought she was pretty, though. Actually, so I'm going to put... Because then you've got Shion. Who is like Namine, but more angsty. Because she is made entirely up of Sora's memories of Kairi, essentially. And so becomes... she's fine, and she's fine. She serves as good motivation, and she's a good part of the trio for Roxas and Axel, I agree. I just don't know. Is she B? It's true, it is a gorgeous tragedy. I'll put a B. I think B tier is fair. We've got our three. There you go. Axel, Roxas, and Shion there. The whole Days game revolved around her angst, like Kingdom Hearts 2 revolved around Roxas. It's true. That's true. Oh, Kairi. Oh, Kairi. You are such a disappointment. You had so much potential. And even at the end of Kingdom Hearts Memory of Melody, the game that is your game, you end up like, you just send Riku on his way and go, I'm going to train. And at least she's getting to train with Aqua. And my hope is in the next game she gets to do something. I get in the first game she's kind of damsel in distress. I'm not against that. I think it's a good motivation for Sora and it's a simple story. But as time's gone on, they've made her such a useless character. She's not E tier. I think she has redeeming qualities. But she's pretty bad. Because every time she gets close to doing something, she gets ripped away. Loved her change from 1 to 2, agree, but she doesn't get much for herself. That's the thing. She just ends up kind of there. She has potential to shoot up in my estimations, and I really hope she does. But right now, she's just a disappointment every time she's on screen. Aqua is A tier. No question. Is she A tier or is she even... is she S tier? I love Aqua. I think Aqua is a great character. It's like Kairi... Sorry, back to Kairi a minute. Kairi has great character, like great backstory. There's some really cool stuff in her backstory. But she's just not pulling her weight. I think Aqua might be an S tier for me. I love Aqua. Do I love her more than Do I love her more than Roxas? Actually, I think I do. I've always loved Aqua. Her character, again, I think her trio is actually really strong as well. They are... She's an amazing Keyblade user and master. She has great motivations of, like, love for her friends, but wanting to be a protector and a teacher and also follow... Like, she has a real tornness there. And, yeah, 0.8 was just a phenomenal story of her dealing with it. And then her, like, turning evil kind of makes sense because it's like she was abandoned in the dark... In like, the realm of darkness for so long. Which, let's talk about Ventus. I think Ventus... Is he A? Ventus is a pretty solid character. Her downfall was tragic. It's true. Ventus is like B. Is he B or is he A? I think he's B. I don't think I can put him in A. He's fine. We know that he has importance in Kingdom Hearts Chi. But that's never fully explored. Just that he's like a leader of the Dandelions. B.5, yeah. And again, like, but the problem is he almost has this issue of being too good because the darkness was literally ripped from him. So he also becomes slightly one note. So now we have is this Replica Riku has a character? Replica Riku. He's fine. Again, I get he has an interesting motivation and a cool design. But he's just kind of I want to be real. I want to be the real one. But he does have some cool interactions with Riku. Poison Art, thank you for the $5 super chat, friend. Appreciate it.
My entire understanding of Kingdom Hearts comes from one friend who I confused back with FNAF, your streams, and fanfiction crossovers.
Yeah, that sounds about right. He was one note by the end. So, overall, yeah. I don't quite think he's D tier because he has some interesting interactions with Riku. He serves to make Riku better, which means I feel like he works putting him here. But he's nothing. Now we're getting into characters I know slightly less about. This guy is from Verum Rex. This guy has motivations, but we don't know what they really are other than he wants to get his friend back. And he's in the new game. He's going to be important. But again, just kind of feels like a nothing character. Like, he's just kind of there to set up a sequel. So right now, I think he's there. I never got to his fight. Me neither. I never got to his fight. I was on critical mode, and the Data Organization 13 are too hard. Now we've got the guys from... This guy is the worst. This guy is the absolute... These guys are from Kingdom Hearts Chi. He's the worst. He's just brutish and dumb and strong-willed and doesn't think anything through. He's foolish. So he annoys me, so he's going there. She's good. She's fine. I wondered for a long time if she was the girl that Xehanort was experimenting on that Axel talked about. And, but it turns out it was Kairi. Melody of Memory settled that. And these guys are all kind of like, these two are kind of there. Actually, I think these two, yeah, these two are just kind of there. None of them are particularly interesting. They're all just kind of D tier. She's C tier. You've also got this guy. Again, this is where Kingdom Hearts Chi is the worst game. Kingdom Hearts is the worst. Chi is honestly the worst game. Because it introduces all these characters and all this lore that's supposedly important, and it's just not. I need to read some fan wiki sometime. Yeah, me too. This guy is kind of like, he is somewhat important. But he's also kind of eh. I'm putting him down here. Did it? Which girl? Yeah, no, because they, I mean, it kind of confirmed it because it talked about how, because they're looking after the girl that Xemnas finds, and then Xemnas, we find him experimenting on Kairi and sending her away. So it's kind of implied that that girl is Kairi. But we'll see. They can always change it. And then I'm actually not going to rank these guys because I don't know them well enough. I mean, you've got this guy. He's fine. He's kind of there to help Sora, and he's like friends with Ventus. He's an interesting little character, but he's also kind of meh. So I'm going to leave these ones because I don't know who they are. So I can't really talk about them all that well. So this is going to be the tier list. I really wish that the story was better formatted. I agree, because I see the argument about the time frame about it being her. I understand that time frame and that understanding that it could be her, and she is noticeably missing from Kingdom Hearts 3's ending. But the fact that Xemnas had, or Xehanort has Kairi and is sending her off to the Destiny Islands to find Keyblade wielders feels like he's getting what he wants, and that's what he's experimenting on. But I don't know. I might be, I might be entirely wrong. That was just my interpretation after playing Melody of Memory. But we will find out, I'm sure. I'm sure eventually the rules will be that we will get our answer. Oh, I don't want to log in to save my tier list, really. Well, there you go, guys. There's this tier list. Especially regarding the characters in the phone game. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts Chi is a game that shouldn't have existed. And if it did, it should have been reported and remade for, like, a handheld console. Are you going to post it on the Discord? Yeah, maybe. Let me screenshot it. Print screen? There we go. I'm not going to save the image. I'm just going to print screen it. It's just easier. Cool. I won't put it on Discord now. I'll dump them all at the end of stream. Just because I'd have to open Discord, and I don't want all my notifications from work coming in through Discord. Cool. So that's that tier list. So where do we want to go next? I've seen calls for FNAF. I've seen calls for potatoes. I've seen calls for tea. Oh, thank you for the $5 super chat, Moneezy. Appreciate it.
So glad to not only connect from theorists but that you cover the most KH content.
Yeah.
Gotta go. Have a lovely day, Tom and everyone.
Have a good day, Marneezy. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And Raging Zekrom, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it, buddy.
Now, Tom, if you were in a trio with any of these characters, who would your two partners be?
Oh, gosh. If you were a trio and you had to partner with two characters, I mean, probably Aqua. Probably Aqua and Axel. Like, I like Riku, don't get me wrong, but I think Aqua and Axel would be a fun combo. Yes, we did get a super chat request earlier, didn't we? Sonic character tier list. As that was super chatted, I feel like that is the way we have to go. Let's find one. Sonic games. It's a lot of Sonic games. None for characters, which is interesting. Is this it? Ultimate Sonic the Hedgehog tier list? No, this is all games. It's all games. Why do we not have characters? There we go. Sonic the Hedgehog characters. Here we go. Oh, gosh. Oh, my. This has got comic book characters that I have no idea who they are. Uh-oh. Okay, well. We can do some of this. We'll just do what we did last time and we won't answer ones we don't know. Simple. Simple as that. I'm just trying to rearrange them a little bit so I can figure out who is who and who goes where. Who I recognize, who I don't recognize, that sort of thing. I know who you are. I do know who you are, sadly. I also know who you are. I know who you are. I know who you are. This is going to have some obscure knowledge, I tell you what. Don't know any of these people. These are... Like, I know this one, obviously. Why are you so low? That's confusing. And I know you as well. Don't know any of these people. Then I don't know who you. Oh no, no, I don't know who you are. I thought I did. I do not. Sorry. I know you. I know you. This is really gonna like root out what I do and do not know about Sonic. Because there are some like classic characters that, because I didn't grow up with the shows. That's something I should state. I didn't really grow up with the shows. So like I have no real memory or attachment to some of these characters. They just kind of exist, half of them. I mainly played the games growing up. I did watch Sonic X growing up. So I know who like these guys are. I know who you are. Okay. Is King Arthur there? King Arthur is not here, sadly. I don't even know who you are. I love that. I just didn't even see them. Blorbo of all time. What is this tier list? What is this tier list? I think you're on thin ice. You suck. I think you're okay. You're pretty cool. I love you. Blorbo of all time. And I don't even know who you are. I don't even know who you are. Sonic. Where's our boy Sonic going? So Sonic, I mean, gotta go fast. I think Sonic it does set the standard. Let's maybe rename these tiers. Can I rename these tiers? Just to S. Just for the things that people understand. Oh, come on. Oh, no, didn't mean to do that. And then this one can be, we'll say this is F tier rather than E tier. And then that one, I don't even know who you are. Makes sense. So Sonic, I think, is pretty solid. Like, I like his attitude. I like his character. I've appreciated his growth in Frontiers. I think he's a good character. I think Sonic has to sit. I think he has to sit quite high. Because I don't think he's bad as a character. I was curious what's happening here. Hello, Shadow Raimi. Good to have you. Hello, my name is Tom, Dapper Mr. Tom if you will, and we are currently just going through tier lists. We're having a bit of fun doing some random tier lists. Currently, we're going through Sonic character tier lists. We just finished doing Kingdom Hearts character tier lists. Yeah, we're just having a bit of fun and doing some randomness. At least it wasn't a hotness chart. I mean, that's true, Poison. Not ranking people based on hotness. Based on character and design. So, I think Sonic is up there in A tier. Knuckles, Knucklehead, pretty good. Again, I think he's developed over time. And gotten a bit more, like, I think Sonic Frontier, no, actually no. I think he started off good, went downhill, then got good again. Because in Sonic Frontiers, I think they actually did well at getting his dynamic with Sonic right. Whereas for a long time, from like Sonic Heroes onwards, he was just kind of Sonic's pal. Which I think puts him down, in my estimations. He's pretty cool, though, still. Tails. Again, he's finally getting some character growth in Sonic Frontiers. But again, he's kind of just... How, Tom, you don't want to rank humanoid animals for hotness? Funnily enough, I don't want that on the internet forever. Yeah, I think Tails is fine. I think he's just kind of there. Like... He's a good friend, he's a good character, but he's just kind of... I think he gets better character development in things like the TV shows. I think, yeah, he's probably on level with Knuckles. I think he's B tier. He's good, he's just not the best. Amy, on the other hand, is C. C tier. I don't want to... Yeah, I do not want to follow Markiplier's digital footprint. I have too many spreadsheets of that man's personal... Pokemon sexual preferences. I have too many spreadsheets about that, and I do not want people doing the same thing about me. Hello, Varian, as well. Great to have you. So yeah, Amy, she's such a Mary Sue in her. She's so one note that her thing is like, I'm gonna marry Sonic, and that was it. The only development we've had is in Sonic Frontiers. So again, I think because it's recent. Kind of bumps her up to a C tier for me. I think she's fun. I think she's interesting. I think she has potential to do more. But she's kind of a baseline character. Cheese is D tier. Designing Tom's perfect purple. No, let's not do that as a game theory, please. Oh dear, do not envy the files you had to work on. Oh, the spreadsheets I have. Kind of crazy, really. Yeah, Cream is kind of D tier. She showed up in a game, Sonic Advance 2. Showed up in Sonic Heroes. She showed up in Sonic X. But she's meant to be like 6 in her defense. But she's just kind of whiny and meh. And then she hasn't really shown up since. Big the Cat. He is annoying as all heck. He's funny, but he is annoying. He's just froggy. That's just all he does. And then his fishing minigame in Sonic Adventure 1 is the worst. So I think we're gonna put him in D tier. No, I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to put him in F tier. I think he's weird and annoying. I dislike him. Shadow the Hedgehog, edgelord of all time. Shadow's cool. I don't even care. I get he's an angsty edgelord, but I think he's more interesting than Sonic is. I actually enjoy his dark, twisted past and his backstory. I know Shadow the Hedgehog is a junk game. I think it's quite fun, and it's almost funny how edgy Shadow is trying to be. And that kind of bumps him up to S tier. I also appreciate in Sonic 06 where he's much more level-headed and he's just like the normal one of the group. Silver the Hedgehog. He has a bit of a hero complex and he's a bit immature. I think he's like 12 or 13, I think. No, yeah, I think he's like 12 or something, but he's got cool powers and I really like his design. I just don't think, I mean, I think I do, is he better than Knuckles? No, I don't think I can put him better than Knuckles. I think he's cool and interesting. It's a shame that his game is trash. Blaze, on the other hand, I really like. I think Blaze is a really cool design. It's nice to see a cat that isn't big. I think her backstory is a bit confusing. Yeah, her backstory is a bit confusing because it's like, is she from the future or is she from another dimension? She has the soul emeralds, but she does get burning blaze as a transformation, which is pretty darn cool. And I think her maturity and self-sacrifice with Silver it makes her a fun character. I always wanted more Blaze. I was kind of never bothered by getting more Silver. Rouge the Bat. Oh, Rouge is S tier. She's got to be S tier. She's so fun as a character. I love that she is just unapologetically a criminal. And she flirts her way through everything. She is a great counterbalance to Shadow's seriousness. When Shadow is super, like, moody and angsty, she is fun, lighthearted, and just a great fun character. Now, oh, Sonic Riders, gosh. Jet the Hawk, he's like C tier, and then these two are like D tier. So this is Jet the Hawk, Storm the Albatross, and Wave the Swallow. And their whole thing is just be good at racing, and oh, by the way, we might be related to genies, which also, by the way, might be aliens. And they're like, they cheat. They're not fun characters. They were purely introduced as villains for the Riders series. And I think they're just kind of fine. They're like not as interesting as some of these other characters. They're just kind of there to serve a purpose, which is all right. Eggman is A tier. He's a great villain. I dislike, the reason he's not S tier is because I dislike how he has become a bit of a joke. It's funny for Sonic to treat Eggman like a joke. For Sonic to be, hey, you can't beat me, and I'm just going to mock you for it. That's fine. But Eggman, particularly if you watch the show, the Sonic, what was it? The recent TV show where Sonic had a scarf. Sonic Boom, the show. He is just not fun. He is trying to be funny and he's purposefully dumb despite having an IQ of like over 300. He's meant to be a genius. And yet, he's an idiot. And it's like, it's fun to have his plans foiled. And like in Sonic Frontiers, I like the fact he had a bit of a father thing going on. And he showed some emotion. That was fun. But he can't be S tier because they keep making him an idiot. Yeah, exactly. I think Sonic Frontiers has done some work to redeem him and a lot of characters. Mighty the Armadillo. You, sir, are a B tier character. I love Mighty the Armadillo as a design. And I think he is really fun as a character. He's from Knuckles Chaotix. And he's in the comics and he gets a bit more. He even showed up in Sonic Mania, as did Ray. But Ray is C tier. I think they are really fun characters. I think they are fun designs. I think they serve a cool purpose within the Knuckles Chaotix area. They have interesting mechanics. They're not A tier because they don't show up enough, but I appreciate that they've had a bit of a revival with Sonic Mania. I think they're good. T-Cole, kind of D tier. She's just there to serve a purpose in Sonic Adventure. And it's like, it's fine. But, yeah, it just doesn't add anything. I'm trying to get through this quickly so that we can actually do some other tier lists, because we've got a lot to get through. I've been thinking about watching Sonic Boom. It's not really worth it. It's definitely designed for children, and it's kind of fine. Charmy B is F tier. You're annoying as heck. Vector is C tier. SBO is also C tier. They're fine. They're not super interesting. Kind of get a bit annoying. But at least they're showing up. Charmy B's just annoying, so he's F tier. Cream's mother. What is her name? I forget. It's Cream's mother, and she's... I'm putting her in F tier, not because she's annoying, but because she's barely present to even give her a character. Oh, this is, he's the villain in Forces, and he was kind of awful. Even his backstory was kind of a bit meh. And he's just like a villain for villain's sake, so he's boring. These are characters from comics, but from... I don't really know who you are. I'm actually going to put you in don't really know, because I wasn't part of that era. I caught bits of it when I was a kid, but not enough. Chip, he's a D tier. He's annoying. He's fine. He's not quite F tier, but he's annoying. Don't know who you are. Don't know who you are either. I think I used to know who you were, but I've forgotten over the years. We got transformations in here as well. Werehog. Werehog is D tier. Werehog is bad. The levels aren't as bad as I think everyone makes them out to be, but it was a weird transformation. It was a weird choice to have a Werehog. Weird transformation. What are you surprised by, Zekron, that I'm putting the Werehog down in D tier? I don't think that's that surprising. It's not a good transformation. It's weird. Doesn't feel supersonic-y. It's just kind of gruff voice of Sonic. It's odd. But now we got the super transformations. Super Sonic, Super Shadow, and Super Silver. Is Sonic Unleashed bad? Sonic Unleashed is bad. The daytime levels are fun. I mean, I don't think it ups their tiers anymore. They're the same characters. They're just big gold. I might bump Super Silver up to A tier. Because I like how the boots look in Super Mode. But I mean, I think they're just kind of fine. They're just the same thing. They're just gold and super powered. I love the beat 'em up levels. It's fine. They're not great. Dark Supersonic from Sonic X is weird. It's a cool idea. I'm putting it in C because it's a cool idea, but they never go anywhere with it. Mephiles. Mephiles is a pretty good villain. I mean, he does actually kill Sonic. He is the one person that does kill Sonic. Yeah, no worries, Varian. Go for it. 1, 2, 3, Omega. He's a kind of nothing character. He's fun. Again, he plays the straight man, but I think like he could play the straight man more. So I'm actually going to put him in D. No, I put him in C tier. I like him in C tier. That makes sense. I'm gonna... So these guys... The problem is, I know these guys from Sonic... What was the battle game? There was a battle game that these guys were in. And they were fine. But I don't know them from the comics. And so they don't really have much character to me. Cosmo is also an awful character. She's from Sonic X. She's a bad character. She has this big sacrifice at the end, which never gets resolved because the show was cancelled. Sonic Fighters, thank you. The human characters are all just bad characters in Sonic. Like, Chris can be D tier, but they're all... No, he's going to be F as well, actually. They're all just kind of whiny and pointless in Sonic X. They are there to facilitate Sonic and his gang going on adventures, but they're awful characters. Maria gets D tier. Yeah, D tier. She's not a character. She's just kind of there. She's there to motivate Shadow. And so she doesn't really have any character traits other than protect the Earth, Shadow. I forget this one's name. She's in Sonic Boom, but she's also in Sonic Rush 2. And so again, she's kind of there. Metal Sonic is cool. We like Metal Sonic. He even becomes quite a cool villain in Sonic Hero, so he's going up there. I think he's cooler than Mephiles, because Mephiles is just evil, whereas Metal Sonic is like wants to be the original Sonic. These are Chows, and Chows are great. I love Chow. The Chow Garden needs to come back in some way. Oh, I don't know who you are. Chaos is another cool character. Another cool villain. It was interesting bringing them back for Frontiers. You're such an awful character. You're in one of the games I never played, and then you showed up in Forces, and you're just a weird character. Don't like you. Oh, this isn't Emerald, but this is like the advanced version of Emerald. Oh no, you're not the character I thought you were. This is the character I was talking about from Sonic Boom. Who is different. Styx. It's a different character. So you're D tier. You're actually going to be F tier because you're just kind of pointless. Emerald was cool in Sonic Battle. That was a fun game. I wish they did more with him. Omo Chow is like the hey listen of this. Jared Robotnik, fine, but we don't really get much of him. This guy, again, also D tier. He's from Sonic Unleashed. Kind of weird character. Black, I'm rushing through this because I want to make sure we do at least one more tier list. Doom, Black Doom. Black Doom, yeah, I don't like Black Doom. He's weird. These two are funny, so I will give them a C tier. Orbot and Cubot. They're fun, and again, they're good foils for Eggman. And this is where I think the comedy can come from. If Eggman is intelligent, these guys work as his comic relief and his comeuppance. I think that's great. I think that works as a dynamic. Princess Elise kisses a hedgehog. F tier. Very strange. No. She's fine. She can be D tier. Almost at those triplets. Oh, you mean Manic and Sonya. These guys are great. I love Manic and Sonya from Sonic Underground. Those chews are a bop. Why did they make Sonic a triplet? Because they needed to make a band, obviously. And it was awesome. It was such a good show. I loved Sonic Underground. Like, that opening theme song, come on. Sonic Underground. Such a tune. Yes, they all have these necklaces with instruments on, and they can activate them, and they play songs each episode. So Sonic plays guitar, Manic plays drums, and Sonya plays keyboard. It's great. You're like the bad guy from Sonic Unleashed, and you're pointless. You're a cute and funny character from Sonic X. I forget your name, but I remember you being fun. You're, again, just bad general is bad. Cheese the Chow is a Chow. Chameco Chow. Chocola Chow is also just kind of there. And then we get to characters from the movies. This guy, A tier. I love his performance in the Sonic movies. One day I'm going to be rich enough to super chat $50 and request Toxic Gossip Train. Oh no. Please don't make me do that. I could barely watch it. I was cringing so hard. I'm Hazy on the show. I watched it as a kid. This song got stuck in my head when I was 8. Oh, it's an absolute tune. It's a great show. And then these guys are like fine. They're just kind of average characters, but he's great. We love him. And from here on out, I don't know these characters, I don't think. I'm just going to do a double check, but I don't think I actually know any of them. That's the dog from the movie, but obviously, best boy. Other than that, I don't think I know anyone. So let me screenshot this, if I can. Print screen. Let's go. Okay, give me one sec. Gotta do that. Right, what can we do as another tier list, guys? What do we want to see? You know what happens when you say this, you shouldn't do something right. Yeah, I do, sadly. The thought amuses me. My brother loves Sonic Underground. My mum made us watch it. Sonya was my favourite of the show. That's some good depths of memory. They do. Dude, Sonic Underground theme song goes hard. It does. It talks about, like, prophecies. Because they're, like, royalty, apparently. And Eggman is, like, leading a rebellion, or is, like, you know, overthrown the rightful queen, and it's a whole thing. It's nuts, dude. Right, what should we go for next? What do we fancy doing a tier list on? Hello, Lane! Good to have you! Potatoes. We're doing a potato tier list. Let's do it. Oh, that is not how you spell potato. Potato. There are so many options. What are these? Like potato foods. What are options? Oh, this feels reasonable. Problem is, I'd have to know what they all are. This is the one issue, is I don't know what they are. So I'm just gonna have a quick look at some of these other ones just to see what they are. Why are there like 4 things of fries here? Oh, this has text. Yes! This is the one. This is the potato tier list we are working with, people. Let's go. Pokemon starters might be easy. Yeah, we can probably do Pokemon. We might be able to do Pokemon starters as well. Here we go. Potato tier list. Oof. I love potatoes. Different kinds of fries. I personally like Flemish. I don't know what the difference is between half these fries you're talking about. There are different fries here. We got some steak cuts, some curly fries, some waffle fries. Right. So. 95 of these would be S. Potato, starting with potato wedges. Potato wedges. Gotta be A tier. Love me some good wedges. Steffi, I will say, makes some awesome wedges. She's not here to appreciate it. Sip, everyone! Mortar Mother has spoken. And hello, IGS Gaming as well. So, potato wedges, I feel pretty good about. I think, like, Steffi makes some very good fries. They're not quite the best potato form out there, but they're solid. Well seasoned. It's like having chips, but with like even more seasoning, and they're great if they're done right. Now we got 3 kinds of hash browns. And I'm not sure if I've even had these other 2 types. These are the hash browns I'm used to, and they are S tier, no debate. Go put these in a fry up. English fry up, and they are just oof. They are the best. They are awesome. Oh shoot, now I need to order take. Homemade wedges are S, but shop is A. Yeah, that's a fair argument. But hash browns, man. Hash browns like that are just the best thing. I'm not sure if I've had these before. What are these ones? Can someone explain what these are? Tater tots are different. Like, what are these hash browns? Because you've got little chunk ones and then ones that are like what I probably just call potato hash. Where it's just a lot of shredded potato that's been fried but not into a puck form. That, to me, is like B tier. It's fine. It's not the best, though. I've not tried this, so I have to put that there, because I don't really know what that is. English brekkie is great, but I could go for bacon roll, thinking about it. Bacon roll, always a win as well. It's the southern style here. Interesting. How does that work? Explain to the group. Home fries are also A tier. I make home fries quite a lot, and they're awesome. Latkes, I've never tried. Oh, Mystic is trying to do an attempt. Oh, Poison Heart, thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate it. Oh, leftover chippy chips fried is
Tom,
great.
You've been converted to an Americanism. Fries, not chips. Lol.
It really depends who I'm talking to and what I'm talking about. Because if they're like this, I do tend to call them fries because they're thin and skinny. But if they're like chunky, what you would call steak cut fries, I'd call them chips. Tater tots are S tier. Love me a tater tot. Love me a tater tot. Potato chips, like crisps, are B tier to me. They're fine. They're not my obvious choice. Like, again, depending on flavors and all this sort of stuff. But if we're just going like bare bones potato chip or crisp, then that's that. Crinkle cut crisps, on the other hand, are A tier. Now are they? Actually, I'm going to do it like this. I'm not super bothered. I'm actually going to move you down as well to C tier. I've had you once and you were fine. But crinkle cut crisps are better because they get more flavor. And I prefer the texture of them. Potato tornado I've not had. Raw potato. Who is eating a raw potato? C tier. I'm actually allergic to raw potato, fun fact. Not because I'm eating raw potato. But like when if I can't peel potatoes because I get an allergic reaction. Like the vapors and stuff cause me to have an allergic reaction. Yeah, supermarkets tend to call the skinny ones fries 90% of the time. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so, yeah, like the vapors and like, so I can't touch raw potato, or interact with it, which means, oh no, I can't peel the potatoes, darling. I'm so sorry. So Steffi has to peel all the potatoes. What a shame. Mashed potato is C tier for me. I am not a huge fan of mashed potato. It's fine, but I'm just kind of like meh about it. Like, people can do it really, really well. And good mashed potato is hard to find. It's just fine. Like, I've done bangers and mash. You know, bangers and mash you have to have mash for. But it just kind of exists. Hasselback potatoes are A tier. Scallop potatoes are B tier. I've had it like once or twice and I do remember it being good, but you add gravy and it's so good. Like, yeah, but that requires something to make it better. It on its own doesn't stand alone. You need to try some better mashed potatoes. I've had very good mashed potatoes and they're all kind of fine. Potato soup, not a fan. Personally, it makes a really thick, creamy soup, but again, flavor-wise, it's just not the thing for me. Gnocchi is B tier. I actually really enjoy gnocchi. I do enjoy it. I mean, it's not quite A tier form of potato, but gnocchi is a solid alternative to pasta. It's great. We do gnocchi a lot. I do a lot of pesto gnocchi. Pesto gnocchi's good. I also we do this really nice tomato and mozzarella gnocchi, and that's fun. Yeah, I've not had good potato soup. Maybe it's just that I've not had good potato soup, but... Now this makes me sad. Pierogies. I really want to try pierogies. I have never had them. I have never had pierogies, nor have I had potato mochi. Both of which I'd love to try. But I've just never had them. Smashed potatoes. Oh, yeah. That's that kind of thing. Those are A tier. Those are great. Those are really solid. Croquettes. C tier. They're fine. I need probably a bit more than just C tier. I love that it doesn't go below C tier because potatoes are still potatoes and they're still pretty good even at like their base level. Potato salad is also like my favorite moment is from the recent Team 4 Star Boo Bits. If anyone's been watching Team 4 Star's Dragon Ball Z Abridged Boo Bits, it's great. He's like, when am I being a good guy? He's like, you were at Krillin's barbecue. And Vegeta goes, yeah. And I bought potato salad. And Goku's just like, he is lost to us. Because who brings potato salad to a barbecue? Baked potato, I'm also putting down there. We call it a jacket potato. And again, it's just like, it's a potato baked. Doesn't have a lot of flavor. It's not the best texture in the world. It's kind of this warm potato salad at the same is exactly the same as normal potato salad. What is a twice baked potato? Is that like potato skins? What is a twice baked potato? Mashed potatoes is a Dutch dish. I don't like them at all. Oh, very nice, Ghostly. That does sound good. But yeah, it's not fun. What is twice baked potatoes? Who can tell me what a twice baked potato is? You bake the potatoes and scoop it out and then do something. Yeah, so it's potato skins, essentially. That's what we would call it probably is potato skins. And they are great, actually. I've never had a really good one, so I'm putting it in B tier. That's pretty good. Roast potatoes are S tier. Moving on. Roast potatoes, S tier. So Ghostly, It's so rather you don't just scoop it out and put it back in. You then mix it with like cream cheese and chives, and I've seen people do it with bacon and cheddar. And so you basically mash the potato with all these different flavors, and then put it back in the potato and bake it again. So it's not just like scooping it out, putting it back in, and rebaking it. Like, you're getting all these flavors and stuff in it, which is really nice. So I will say that. Roast potatoes, hands down S tier. My mother-in-law makes the best roast potatoes on the planet. The trick is beef fat. Save all your beef fat from all the mince you're cooking, and then fry up your potatoes in it, and it's just the best thing in the world. They are so good. French fries, for sure S tier. French fries are S tier for me. See, I would actually put French fries in A tier. No, I will actually put them in S tier. Change my mind. Steak cut fries are A tier. Actually, no. Steak cut fries, I think... no, they are A tier. Again, this is all potatoes and stuff. Potato skins are just sliced. Here, potato skins are just sliced, then baked with cheese and chives and stuff. Is that not the same thing? I'm so confused as to what these are, then. Curly fries, also S tier. Waffle fries, also S tier. Waffle fries is the best bit about getting Chick-fil-A. Has to be said. And curly fries are also superior. No, it's very different. What is the difference, Akira? I'm intrigued to know what's the difference between potato skins and twice baked potato. Why would you bake a potato twice? I'm bad at explaining it. Now, you know what? Let's Google it. Twice baked potato. Let's look at the recipe. We're going down a rabbit hole. So you scoop out the potato. Yeah, and then you mix it up. That's what and then what's a potato skin? What are potato skins? Potato skins are just without the... You literally just have the skins. Interesting. So, yeah. A lot of the restaurants here, when they talk about potato skins, they actually talk about it like this. Or ones that I've been to. So, twice baked potatoes was the thing I was talking about. But it was just... wrong. It was just, I was talking... potato skins are a different thing. That makes more sense. Thank you, Akira. Appreciate your... Oh, how can they be A tier, S tier? They are so good. Smiley fries are overrated and not very good, in my opinion. Controversial. And I appreciate the nostalgic, but I actually don't like the texture. They're too soft and mushy. And I don't think that their flavor... I don't think their flavor is as good. It's very nostalgic, but they are definitely not as good as other things. I hated them as a kid. Yeah, I don't think I was fond of them. I think my mum just eventually just moved us on to chips, and it was fine. I don't think I've ever had smiley fries. Yeah, they're a very British thing. They're a weirdly British thing. But this is my tier list. I'm desperate to try pierogies and potato gnocchi. I will say that. I am desperate to try those. I think they will be great. Desperately want to try those. Right. We've got, what, 20 minutes? We've probably got time for one more tier list. What do we do? It's weird. It's not like actually fries. Here, you only get them in frozen. Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is for those potato those things here. Pokemon starters. Pokemon Stars 2023. Have we got them all? How are there this many starters? How are there this many? How are there this many? Gosh. Many gens. And I guess it's every evolution, isn't it, as well? So, Okay, well, let's do this then. Bulbasaur is A tier. Bulbasaur is great. We love Bulbasaur. Ivysaur is C tier. Venusaur is... I actually really dislike Venusaur's design, personally. We got more Venusaur. We do. We have Mega Venusaur. Mega Venusaur redeems itself and gets a B tier. I'm going to try and go through it by, like, and do it as a line like that. So this is kind of where I sit on the Bulbasaur line. No reasons, only ranks. No, I'll go through the reasons. I think, again, we'll probably find a lot of the middle forms are going to sit low down. Because they're just kind of, a lot of them are awkward middle stages. And they don't serve much of a purpose other than to be the middle stage. No C tier for him. No, actually, I will go B tier for him. Bulbasaur is cute and a great design. Venusaur is ugly and horrible. I like that they went tropical with him and really upped the design for him to make him feel fully incorporated in, like, this jungle theme. Charizard is also A tier. Great design. Charmeleon, C tier. Charmander, B tier. No, you know what? Charizard's going... We're doing that. Charizard is going S tier. Charizard's classic. We all know him. He's nostalgic, sure. But he's got a great... oh, actually, is he? Because we've also got these. Because we don't have Gigantamax and stuff. So let's just get these up on the board. I'm going to move you down. I'm actually going to say that I think these designs are S tier. I like both of the designs. I think they both serve a purpose, and I think they're both really cool. Charmeleon was a jerk in the anime. I think he's a cool design. But again, it just... The problem is he goes from orange to red to orange, and it doesn't feel like it fits. Squirtle. I actually, of this line, I prefer Wartortle to, like, Squirtle. I think they're both fine. No. Squirtle can be A tier. I think Blastoise is B tier. Blastoise is fine, but again, he feels so detached from these two as a design. Like, look at the tails, look at the ears. And there's a reason for that. Blastoise was actually meant to be part of a different line, and Wartortle had a different evolution back in the original thing. Mega Blastoise. Mega Blastoise looks derpy to me. I really dislike Mega Blastoise, actually. Is his Mega down there? His Mega is down there, and he's going in D tier. He's not great. It's not a good design. He just looks really derpy to me. And I don't think it improves upon the Blastoise design. Chikorita gets a lot of hate. And there's good reason for that. Chikorita's not a very good design. I think it's a bit... I think Bayleaf is actually the best design. I think Bayleaf is cool. Again, it's weird that it breaks from the green palette and goes for yellow. But I do not think it's... I think I might put it B tier. And Meganium that and Chikorita that. I don't think it's actually E tier. The E tier, I think I know what's going to end up going in E tier. Again, this is one of those times, I think Quilava has the better design than, like, Typhlosion. I actually think Typhlosion's design is too simple. And I do not like Hisuian Typhlosion. I actually really dislike Hisuian Typhlosion. Who's buzzing me at this point? Totodile. I'm not a fan of this line. I think Totodile is fine. I think these guys are a bit like... Croconaw is a weird design. It's not bad. It's just again, it's awkward middle stage, and I feel like they're kind of fine. I don't think they're top ranking. I think Grovyle is great. But he's a warlock. Sceptile, I think, is a dumb design. Trico is fine. But I think Grovyle is great. I really like Grovyle as a design. And the thing is, it's funny how they either end up really good middle designs and then the rest suck, or they end up really high on this list. So, like, Combusken, not a good design. Torchic's cute, so fine. Blaziken, I love Blaziken. We have Blaziken's Mega, but I actually don't like it as much. I think it overdoes it. I think Mega Blaziken overstays its welcome. Whereas regular Blaziken, I think, is a really fun design. Torchic is cute. Combusken, again, it's a weird design. It's odd. Do you like Mudkips? That, my friends, is the question. And thus began the firefighting era. Indeed. Do you like Mudkips? Mudkip is fine. I think Swampurt's better. Marshtomp, again, awkward middle teen. Mega Marshtomp, I actually quite like. I think Mega Marshtomp did a really good job on its design and improving it and making it feel mega. Set water on Pokemon's behalf, indeed. Swampert is good. Mega Swampert, I think, is a good design. It's not S tier, but I think it's good. Turtwig! Love me Torterra. Torterra is a fantastic design, and it's great that they kept him on 4 legs. Again, Grottle is just awkward middle stage. It's not bad, it's just not great. I think Turtwig's a cute design, though. I like Turtwig. But yeah, Torterra's fantastic. Now, Chimchar is actually one of those ones which I think starts out kind of not great, but I do think it gets better with time. I'm not a fan of Chimchar's design, but I think the colourful bit on Monferno's face and then Infernape, I think, is a really cool design. I think it's fun. Chimchar is like, he's fine. But yeah, I think it's a line that gets better. I'm sorry, Akira. I'm sorry, I can't agree with all of them. Whereas Empoleon's line, I really like. I actually just really dislike. Like, Piplup is okay. Piplup is cute. But I think that their line just isn't very good. I think Tom should watch all the animated Barbie movies and rank them. Hell no. I've been watching Alex Myers do that, and no way. Snivy. They're again. They're in this ranking of, like, I think they're fine. I don't think they're great. I don't particularly like the Servine line at all. And this is where we start getting into... I hate Embor's design. I also hate Tepig. Or not Tepig, whatever the middle one is. Tepig's fine. Oshawott is also fine. And this guy is there. And Samurott. Again, it just feels weird. I'm not a huge fan of Samurott. And therefore, I'm also not really a fan of his Hisuian form. A tear for beating Pikachu. Hey, man. Shouldn't have happened. Yeah, Ash screwed up big time on that one. But yeah. Yeah, not a fan of the Oshawott line. Also not a fan of the Chespin line either. They're like, I think they are just over, like, he's bad. That is a bad design. Chespin is okay. Chestnut is not a good design either. Delphox's line, again, it's like, fine, like, cute design. Awkward middle child. Grown up is fine, I guess. It's kind of cool. Which, Jenna, when we're on black and white right now, why did that double? Oh, weird. It doubled them. I don't like that. I'm going to put you back. It says doubles of you for some reason. Let me just shove you to the bottom. Oh, I forgot Mega Septile. Where'd you go? Mega Septile. Mega Septile is a slightly better version of Septile. So where is Septile right now? Septile is here, so he can go C tier. Froaki's a bad design. It's not a great design. I don't like Froakie, or it's... This is where it then actually gets good, I think. And it goes up to B tier. Whereas, but actually, but like, there's not that big of a difference, but I do think Ash's Greninja form is cool. Rowlet. Love me a round boy. Give me a round boy. Dapper lad. Also good, but slightly awkward, so it gets downgraded. Decidueye is great. I am not a fan of Hisuian Decidueye. It's kind of okay. So that's my thinking. This line is all kind of meh to me. Like, they're all kind of fine. So Dapper Lad is your psychic, ha. We got... I love this design. I have to say it. I do actually really enjoy... Primarina? Is that the name? That's a... No. This is cursed. You're fine. Love a monkey. Monkey cute. Awful. Awful design. And you're pretty cool. This one is a weird line. I'm not really a fan. They're not bad. I'm just not a fan. This line is also similar, but I'm actually going to put you there and you can go back up there. They're just... That region was a real letdown in terms of forms. Real letdown the last gen. Sword and Shield. Was not a fan. The only one I liked was the monkey, and then he kind of lost all his coolness. Yet Chimchara's D. I mean, yeah. You know what? No, I'll move Chimchara up to a C tier. Looking at it, he's the one that I look at and go, yeah. I'll move Chimchara up to C tier. I'm just reevaluating my tiers. I'm going to move Venusaur up as well. And I think I'll move Ivysaur up. Charmeleon can also go B tier. I stand by the rest of these. I think the rest of these are correct. Victory! Sprigatito is great. We love Sprigatito. Middle form is a bit awkward, but it's not bad. And I actually quite like I forget the Pokemon's name. Fuecoco, also a very good design. Love Fuecoco. You are an awful design and I hate you. You are pretty good. You're B tier. Ivysaur God tier. Hello, Amy. Great to have you. I disagree wholeheartedly. Why does he have a slice of cheese on him? I mean, so does what's his name? Look, he has a slice of cheese on him as well. Another little dapper boy, but he is not as cool of a dapper boy. So he is a B tier. This is also, like, this is not bad, it's just awkward. This is funky, but it's not, like, actually, I might put you up to B tier. I think you're fun. Pikachu, S tier, hands down, no questions. Eevee, S tier. If there was a tier above S, you know what? I'm going to make a tier specifically for Eevee. How do I make a new tier? Can I make a new tier? Add a row above. Come on. The best boy is, of course, putting down my water as a side in Oshawott got a C. Yeah, I'm not that bothered by Oshawott. You know what, Eleanor? Actually, you've convinced me. I'll put it up to B tier. Oshawott is cuter. Now that it's like looking at it all next to the other Pokemon, I'm like, actually, no, it is cuter. I will put it up to B tier. Eevee must be its own tier. Eevee looking confused at the screen. Absolutely. Thank you. B is fine. Yeah, it's just not my favorite. It's not my favorite design. It's cute. You've also got Espeon and Umbreon because they were the starters in Pokemon Colosseum. They are S tier because of course they are. And there we go. Do I maintain this ranking? No, I respect your wrong opinion. Thank you. Why is S red? I don't know. It's just the way the colors come. I'm going to make this one a different color anyway, because we need a different color for this. Make you purple for best boy. Purple is best boy. Yeah, looking at this, do I agree? I might move Cyndaquil down. No, I'm going to leave Cyndaquil. I like Cyndaquil there. But this is the ranking, people. We have the ranking. There we go. Feel free to disagree with me if you so choose. Case Crusader. Hello, great to have you, friend. Maybe that's why the tier list jumps from D to F. It skips E because E for Eevee goes to the top. That's exactly it. That's exactly why. Amazing, Freywear. I like this ranking. We good. Cyndaquil, good boy. Good tier list. Well, that is going to therefore wrap it up for today. Thank you for joining me on this really random stream. We just did random tier lists. It's been fun. Yeah, just kind of didn't want to start anything before next week. We're probably going to go back to Infinite Fusions on Thursday, just because it's easy. We're kind of already started season 2 of that, so we'll probably jump in and do some more of that on Thursday's stream. So please stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, please do like this stream, and of course consider subscribing as well. Really, really helps us out. Yeah, so we'll be going live on Thursday, but no Saturday stream because I am flying to the US. So that will be so there'll be no stream then for just over a week because there won't be a stream on Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, or the Saturday after that because I'm busy being a busy bee and working. But I will make sure on the Discord I announce my return, and so you can always check out the Discord in the second line of the description. That is where I do a lot of my updates, and it's where these wonderful people that have kept us company in chat this whole time will be chatting as well throughout the week outside of stream. So please do feel free to jump by and say hi. I'll be posting all of these in the Discord for you all to look at and argue over, and for the people that missed it or are watching the VOD to also jump in and have their opinions on that weren't able to voice in chat. But thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. So